There comes a moment when a woman stops running, not because she's tired, not because she's given up, but because she's realized she was never meant to chase. She was meant to attract. You see, most people believe attraction is about luck. They think it's about waiting, hoping, wishing. But a queen knows differently. She understands that attraction is not passive. It is a state of being. It is the moment you stop seeking outside yourself and start embodying the energy of what you desire. Why? Because everything in this universe is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. And the way you feel about yourself is the very signal you send out into the field. If you believe you must chase, you are broadcasting lack, broadcasting separation. But the moment you shift, when you step into confidence, certainty, and self-worth, everything begins to flow toward you. Let's talk about science for a moment. Studies have shown that our brains do not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. When you feel as though you already have what you want, love, success, abundance, you create neural pathways that make it a reality. You shift your frequency to match the life you desire. And when your energy aligns with that future, you become a magnet. But here's the challenge. Most people don't trust this process. They get impatient. They start grasping, pushing, forcing, and that's when they block what was already on its way. Queens don't do that. Queens trust. They understand that detachment is not indifference, it is faith. They know that what is meant for them is already seeking them in return. So, how do you step into this power? By becoming her now, not tomorrow, not when the circumstances are right, but today. Move as if, speak as if, walk as if you are already the woman who has it all. And watch as the world rearranges itself to match you. Because the truth is, you were never meant to chase, you were meant to become. And when you become, you attract. Every single time. The throne is already yours. Sit in it. You don't chase what you already are. When you truly know who you are, you stop seeking external validation, love, or success, because you understand that these things are already within you. A queen does not look outside herself to feel worthy. She embodies that worthiness from within. And when she does, the world reflects it back to her. Most people operate from a place of lack. They believe they need to achieve something, acquire something, or prove something before they can feel complete. But that's the trap. The moment you believe you are missing something, you create resistance. You tell the universe, I don't have it. And in response, life continues to show you more of that lack. But when you shift your identity, when you start seeing yourself as someone who is already abundant, already successful, already loved, everything changes. Your identity is not just a label, it is a frequency, a vibration. And energy doesn't lie. You cannot fake confidence, you cannot pretend to be magnetic, you must be it. Think of the most powerful people you admire. They don't chase opportunities, they command them. They don't beg for love. They radiate a presence that draws people in. Why? Because their identity is already aligned with their desires. This is where most people get it wrong. They wait for external proof before they believe in themselves. They wait for money before they feel wealthy. They wait for love before they feel lovable. But a queen knows better. She decides first. She embodies first. She believes first. And because of that, reality bends to her. So the real question is, who are you being? Not who do you want to be, not who do you hope to become, but who do you choose to be in this moment? Because once you claim your identity, once you step into the frequency of the woman who already has it, the chase ends and the attraction begins. Your mind is the control center of your reality. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold is shaping what you attract. If you want to shift what's coming into your life, you must first shift the way you think. Most people believe they have to work harder, do more, or chase after success, but the truth is, your external world is simply a reflection of your internal world. Change your mind, and you change your life. The brain operates like a record of the past. It stores every experience, every memory, and every belief you've ever accepted as true. If you've been conditioned to believe that love is hard to find, that money is scarce, or that you have to prove your worth, your mind will keep replaying that story. And as long as you keep thinking in the same way, you will continue attracting the same reality. But here's the breakthrough. Your mind is not fixed. It can be rewired. Neuroscience has shown that the brain doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you repeatedly visualize yourself as confident, successful, and magnetic, your brain starts forming new neural pathways. It starts building the identity of a person who naturally attracts abundance. The more you reinforce this new identity, the stronger it becomes. And once your mind fully accepts this new version of you, your energy shifts. You start making different decisions. You start showing up differently. And without even realizing it, you begin to attract the very things you once chased. This is where most people struggle. They keep waiting for evidence before they believe. They want to see success before they feel successful. They want to see love before they feel lovable. But that's backward. The key to magnetism is to feel it first. To wake up each day and embody the energy of the person who already has everything they desire. To think the thoughts, feel the emotions, and make the choices that align with their future self. This is not about wishful thinking. It's about energetics. It's about programming your subconscious mind to operate from a place of abundance instead of lack. The more you condition yourself to think from a place of already having, the faster reality shifts to match you. When you master your mind, you master your ability to attract. And when that happens, you no longer chase. You simply become a magnet for everything you desire. Your emotions are not just feelings, they are frequencies. Every emotion you experience emits a signal, and that signal determines what you attract. Most people operate from low-frequency emotions like fear or doubt, frustration, and unworthiness, without realizing that these emotions create resistance between them and what they desire. But when you elevate your emotional frequency, when you shift into states of joy, gratitude, love, and confidence, you align yourself with the reality you want to experience. Think of emotions as magnets. When you feel abundant, you attract abundance. When you feel loved, you attract love. And when you feel powerful, opportunities and people are drawn to that energy. This isn't just spiritual philosophy, it's science. Studies have shown that high vibrational emotions strengthen the heart-brain connection, improve mental clarity, and enhance decision-making. The more you cultivate these elevated states, the more your life begins to reflect them. The challenge is that most people allow their emotions to be dictated by their external circumstances. They wait for something good to happen before they feel happy. They wait for love to show up before they feel worthy. But a queen doesn't wait. She decides. She chooses her emotional state before her circumstances change. She understands that her inner world must shift first, and only then will her external reality follow. So how do you elevate your emotional frequency? You start by becoming aware of your dominant emotional state. If you spend most of your time in stress, doubt, or frustration, you must make a conscious effort to shift. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to raise your vibration. When you focus on what you already have instead of what you lack, your energy expands. Movement and breath work help too. Your physiology and emotions are deeply connected. And most importantly, you must surround yourself with thoughts, people, and environments that reinforce the emotional states you want to embody. When you commit to living in an elevated emotional state, not just occasionally, but consistently, you become a magnet for miracles. Life starts to work for you instead of against you. The right people, opportunities, and experiences find their way to you effortlessly. This is not about forcing or controlling, it's about aligning. The moment you shift your emotional frequency, everything around you begins to shift as well. Detachment is not about giving up, it's about letting go of the need to control. It's about shifting from desperation to certainty, from fear to trust. Most people block what they desire because they are too attached to the outcome. They chase, they force, they try to manipulate circumstances, unknowingly pushing what they want further away. But a queen doesn't do that. She understands that attraction is not about grasping, it's about knowing. She moves with the energy of someone who already has what she desires, not someone who is anxiously waiting for it to arrive. Think about how energy works. When you hold on too tightly to something, you create resistance. You send a signal of lack, of fear, of insecurity. But the moment you release that attachment, you create space for what is meant for you to flow in naturally. This is the paradox. What you chase runs away, but what you trust finds its way to you. The field, the quantum realm, the unseen forces of the universe, whatever you choose to call it, responds to the energy you emit. When you trust, when you relax into knowing that what is meant for you will come, you align with it effortlessly. Most people struggle with this because they believe detachment means they no longer care. But true detachment is not about indifference, it's about confidence. It's about knowing that your worth is not tied to whether or not something manifests right away. It's about understanding that time is irrelevant when you are aligned, because what's coming is already on its way. When you truly trust, you no longer feel anxious, you no longer second guess, you simply prepare yourself to receive. This is why queens don't chase. They don't beg for love, they don't stress over opportunities, they don't force connections. Instead, they cultivate a state of inner peace, of self-assurance, of trust. They know that what is meant for them is already seeking them in return. They focus on becoming, on embodying, on elevating their energy, because they understand that when they do, the universe will match them. The moment you stop grasping and start trusting, life begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. Synchronicities appear, doors open, the right people cross your path, not because you forced it, but because you finally allowed it. Detachment is not a loss of desire. It's the ultimate power move. It is the declaration that you no longer chase because you already are the magnet for everything you seek. Embodiment is the secret to attraction. It is not about wanting, wishing, or waiting. It is about being. Most people desire change but continue to operate from the same identity, the same emotions, and the same habits, expecting a different outcome. But attraction does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. The moment you begin to embody the version of yourself who already has everything you desire, your external world starts to shift in response. In the version of yourself who already has everything you desire, your external world starts to shift in response. Think about it. When you picture the most magnetic, confident, successful version of yourself, how does she move? How does she speak? How does she carry herself? What are her thoughts, her emotions, her daily rituals? She is not waiting for success to feel successful. She is not waiting for love to feel worthy. She is not waiting for validation to feel confident. She has already become that person, and because of that, her reality bends to match her. This is where most people stay stuck. They believe they need proof before they can feel certain. They wait for external confirmation before they embody the energy they desire. But that's backwards. The universe is a mirror. It does not give you what you want. It reflects who you are. If you continue to see yourself as someone who is lacking, struggling, or waiting, that is the reality you reinforce. But the moment you shift, when you start thinking, feeling, and acting like the future version of yourself, everything begins to realign. Embodiment is a full body experience. It's not just about affirmations or positive thinking. It's about living in the frequency of your desires. It's the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you respond to challenges. It's in the way you treat yourself, the standards you uphold, the boundaries you set. Every choice you make is either reinforcing the old you or activating the new one. When you commit to embodying the person you want to become, life adjusts accordingly. You will notice shifts, people will respond to you differently, new opportunities will appear, and what once seemed difficult will begin to flow effortlessly, not because you changed the outside world, but because you changed your internal state. You are not becoming someone new, you are revealing who you were meant to be. The version of you that already has it all is not in the distant future. She exists right now. The only question is, are you ready to step into her? Because the moment you do, the chase ends and the attraction begins. Synchronicity is not coincidence. It is alignment. It is the natural flow of events that occur when your energy, thoughts, and emotions are in harmony with your desires. Most people believe life is random, that opportunities appear by chance, that the right people, connections, and breakthroughs are just luck. But when you understand the science of energy, you realize that synchronicity is simply a reflection of your internal state. The universe is always responding to you, arranging circumstances, nudging you toward the right path, but only if you are tuned in to receive. Everything in the universe operates on frequency, including your thoughts and emotions. When you are in a state of fear, doubt, or scarcity, you attract experiences that confirm those emotions. You miss opportunities, overlook signs, and dismiss possibilities that could have led you exactly where you wanted to be. But when you elevate your frequency, when you shift into confidence, gratitude, and certainty, you meet the right person at the perfect moment. You stumble upon the exact information you needed. Doors open effortlessly, and what once felt like a struggle now feels like a natural unfolding. This is not magic. It is the science of perception and energy. Your brain is constantly filtering information, selecting what aligns with your beliefs and emotional state. When you shift your mindset to expect synchronicities, your subconscious begins to seek them out. What once seemed invisible now becomes obvious. Your intuition sharpens, and you start recognizing patterns that were always there, waiting for you to tune in. But here's the key. Synchronicity requires action. It is not enough to simply notice the signs. You must trust them. Too often, people receive intuitive nudges but ignore them, dismissing them as random thoughts or coincidences. But queens don't ignore their intuition. They understand that when something repeatedly shows up, a phrase, a symbol, a person, it is not random. It is a message, a confirmation that they are in alignment with their desires. The more you trust and follow these synchronicities, the more they multiply. It becomes a dance between you and the universe, a conversation where every step forward is met with an unexpected opportunity, a perfect meeting, a serendipitous event. This is the beauty of attraction. You do not need to force or chase. You simply need to align, embody, and remain open. Because when you do, the universe speaks. And when you listen, you realize that everything you desire is already making its way to you. Queens don't chase, they attract. Here's how. There comes a moment when a woman realizes she was never meant to chase. Not opportunities, not love, not success. A queen does not run after what she desires. She becomes the kind of person who effortlessly attracts it. She understands that the external world is merely a reflection of her internal state. And so, instead of exhausting herself trying to control, prove, or force things into place, she shifts her energy, her identity, and her mindset until the world bends to match her. The truth is, you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. Your identity, your thoughts, and your emotions determine your frequency. And that frequency dictates what you magnetize into your life. If you believe you must chase, you are sending out the energy of lack, of desperation. But the moment you shift into certainty, into the knowing that you are already worthy, already powerful, already aligned, everything begins to flow toward you effortlessly. Your mind is the architect of your reality. If you continue to think, feel, and act from the version of yourself that is still waiting, still doubting, still needing proof, you will stay stuck in a cycle of longing. But the moment you rewire your mind for magnetism, when you train yourself to think from your future instead of your past, your entire world shifts. This is not about hoping or wishing. This is about stepping into the emotional frequency of the woman who already has it. Because energy doesn't lie. The universe does not respond to effort alone. It responds to frequency. When you elevate your emotions, when you choose gratitude over fear, abundance over scarcity, confidence over self-doubt, you change your attraction point. You stop seeking external validation. You no longer need to chase, because the moment you fully embody your desires, they begin seeking you in return. But attraction is also about trust. Too many people block their manifestations by gripping too tightly, by doubting the timing, by demanding results before they have fully aligned with them. But a queen understands that what is meant for her will find her. So she does not force, she does not rush. She remains in her power, knowing that the moment she releases attachment, she creates space for the universe to work in her favor. The world responds to embodiment. You cannot simply think your way into your desires. You must become the woman who already has them. How does she speak? How does she carry herself? What decisions does she make? When you start living as if you are already her, your energy shifts and reality has no choice but to follow. This is not a game of waiting. This is a game of alignment. The more you embody, the more you attract. And when you do, synchronicities begin to unfold. The right people appear at the right time. Opportunities that once felt out of reach present themselves effortlessly. What you once chased begins chasing you. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because you finally became the version of yourself who was always meant to have it all. So stop chasing, stop doubting, stop waiting for proof. Instead, step into your power. Shift your frequency and trust that what is meant for you is already on its way, because the moment you claim your throne, the world has no choice but to recognize the queen you've always been.